The layout that I have done for my contents page is the conventional 3-column layout of a typical magazine. Similarly, like Q Magazine, I have included the name of the magazine at the top of the page along with the title of the page, which is Contents. For the color of the title at the top, I use red because it looks dynamic and would catch the reader's eye, so they would know the page that they are reading. I used a black rectangular block for the background of the title and the other information at the top because it emphasizes the colors that I have used for the text on it. I also wanted to have a black rectangular shape behind the titles, such as the contents title, features, regulars, and news to emphasize the title of that section. This also breaks the contents and creates sections on the page, similarly like Q Magazine, where they use red and white for their title to section off their contents page information. I have also included the date on it in the brown text to continue of the brown beige color scheme on the contents page. The layout of my contents page was based off my hand-drawn draft of my contents page. I have planned the layout beforehand. The features section has been extended right up to below the title. At the top, I have also continued my house style that I have chosen from my front cover to my contents page. Typically, every magazine has their own consistent house style, or else the page will look different and they will look like that they're not from the same magazine. Having the same house style throughout the magazine will make it all look united, neat and professional as well. It should only have a handful of colors on the contents page, which I have, because I have the colors red, white, beige, brown, and black in my contents page. If there are too many colors in the contents page, it distracts the reader to the content information that we are trying to give the reader. Similarly, like Q Magazine, I also used red and white on my contents page because they look harmonious together and they look quite appealing to look at. Conventionally, in contents pages, one image should relate to the main article and images should dominate most of the page. I think that I have created my contents page similar to this and most of the page with visually interesting images that relate to the article. I have used color red to add more interest to the page numbers and also make them visibly noticeable to the reader. To emphasize the numbers more and make them look legible, I added the black square behind the numbers. By doing this, it eliminates the background close around the numbers and makes it legible. For the main image, I have added a caption to encode the image, page number, and the cover line, which was the band's name. I also made it quite opaque so that the image won't get ruined, and I thought that it will look consistent with the brown beige text against the black opaque background. I have left white border lines between the images on the contents page. This separates the images similarly like Q Magazine. They have left white borders as well, even though it was a part of their background. I thought that the white border suited my house style, since the color of the text for the subheadings were white. The contents of the page are typically the page numbers of the articles and captions with some information about the article with it to anchor the cover lines. I have made the page numbers bigger to make it more noticeable. Cover lines are bigger than the caption as it showcases the articles immediately. I've also tried to make it sound interesting and catchy to entice the reader to read the articles. The first lines on my contents page are in bold and the second line are in smaller font and not in a bold text. The subheadings are also in bold and in different color, which is white, to make it fit within my house style and also to make it noticeable for the reader so they know what those sections are all about. I have called them regular articles, features articles, news, and news to put the cover lines where appropriate. I have based my work solely on Q Magazine, and with that I have also have a section for reviews similar to Q Magazine's review section, where it includes more information about certain articles to entice the readers to read those articles and find out more about it. The layout of that section is also similar with the image next to the text. I thought that this section was very interesting and would look interesting with my contents page, seeing that I didn't have an editors section, and therefore I thought it would be good substitute. Normally, established music magazines would have editors pages on their contents page. However, I was still starting up, therefore I didn't include it on my contents page. I have included a self-advertisement on it as well, advertising a subscription for my magazine. I included the front cover of my magazine on it to anchor the text, and also a big bold text to showcase my magazine so that it's visible for them. This is typical for a contents page on a magazine, as magazines would self-advertise inside the contents page. It is the only page where they can advertise. It is also the page where people go to constantly to check the page of articles. Therefore, by putting the advertisement there, people would see it more often. The date and the issue number are also included in my contents page, like a typical contents page. I have also included the page number of the contents page and also the website of the magazine at the bottom of the page. Double page spread. The layout that I have chosen for my double page spread is a conventional bleeding image on the next page, with the article solely based on one side of the magazine. I have used a 3-column layout on the left side of the page. I have decided to put the image on the left and bleed it to the right. This is because the image looked better on the right side instead of the left side, and the text is read left to right, so it is better to keep the article on the left side of the page. I have also included the page number and the website at the bottom of the page because every music magazine has this, and it is only right to put the page number to indicate the page of the double page spread.